I think The Killing Joke is probably one of the best Joker comic books ever made, but that ending is the reason why I love this comic book to death. So there is a comic book of DC that really stayed with me, and it was The Killing Joke. The reason why I'm bringing up this comic today is because the ending to this day makes me wonder what really happened. So the ending to Killing Joke has been very iconic. Sure, this whole comic book is insane, but the ending I feel like is the reason why it now has a huge cult status from fans. So the Killing Joke is actually an origin story of Joker, which is pretty interesting. So the Joker in this book, you pretty much learn that he had a family, right? And he was about to have a child too. But he was involved with these bad people because he's trying to give like a better life for his family. And he has a dream to be as a comedian, but of course it's not going well. And then he ends up finding out from the crew he's with, the bad people, that his wife died because I think she touched something that was, I think, electrical in the home. I'm trying to remember. And yeah, she passed away. And he's devastated because pretty much his dreams are just gone. Like he lost his wife, his child, it's all gone. So I think he just goes along with the plan, like anyway, with these bad people because, again, he no longer has anything to lose. He's just gone mentally. He goes with these people, and of course, Batman shows up, and they are in the chemical vat area, Ace Chemicals, I think it's what it's called, and Joker ends up falling, like into say one of them. Of course, that's pretty much what people think how he became the Joker, and he becomes the Joker later. Of course, he went insane, and obviously, after his family died, he broke completely. It's interesting, though, that we get an insight into who he is, though, in this comic book. It's pretty cool how they did the origin story, honestly. It's all like flashback, it's black and white images, and knowing that he probably was like a normal guy at some point kind of made you a little bit, man, that's crazy, you know? And during the comic book, in the present time, he is trying to hurt Batman as much as possible. He kidnaps his girlfriend, that is Batgirl, and he does something pretty insane, but it was confirmed that he didn't torture her in that way. For those who have read the comic book, I think you know what I'm talking about. And he is trying to torture Jim Gordon by putting him on a roller coaster in a circus, and he's seeing a bunch of like images he had taken of his daughter. Oh, and by the way, he also shot her in the spine, Joker, and that's how she ends up paralyzed. And at some point, Batman reunites with Barbara in the hospital. She tells him to go save her dad, and that's what he does. And sure enough, he's able to stop his schemes again. The ending, though, is what really stands out to me here. The ending is so... It just makes you wonder what the hell happened. So, in the ending of The Killing Joke, Batman and Joker get into a scuffle like they always do, right? And toward the end of the fight, they're both just standing there, and then they just start having a conversation, right? The Joker is laughing, and then he tells him, "Oh, sorry, I'm laughing because I just remembered a joke." He tells the joke to Batman, and then suddenly Batman starts to laugh, which is kind of uncanny because he's very serious. He takes his job seriously with catching criminals, but here he was laughing. And I'm like, Batman, are you okay? Like, I don't know, that kind of freaked me out a little bit the first time I read that part. And then he just like leans over to Joker and he puts his hands on him, like here. And then it cuts away to a puddle of water. That's where it ends. So fans have some theories here. I got my own theories as well. One, I wonder if maybe Batman killed him. Because his hands, they were going like around his neck almost. And it looked like maybe he strangled him, and maybe that's why I got really quiet all of a sudden. Because, you know, he stopped laughing and told the Joker. Maybe he killed him because he realized, I can't let this guy live anymore, I'm done. 2, they were both laughing and they just stopped and they were just staring at each other. Maybe. And maybe he just knocked him out and took him back to Arkham, you know? Or 3, Batman actually broke for a moment. Which again, that is a cool ending. That really is, because there's just so much to think about here, you know? Like, did Batman go crazy? Did he kill Joker? Like, it's just so much that it makes you want the ending. And yeah, this ending, first time I read it, I really enjoyed that comic book. To me, that was the perfect ending to the story, because it's super dark, honestly. The way everything is done with Joker and all that. But that ending, I truly believe that is the reason why it has a huge fan base now. The ending just makes you wonder what happened. Like, what really happened with Batman and Joker in that moment. But yeah, I kind of like to believe that Batman killed him, because Batman does have this no say killing rule, but maybe he realized, I gotta take care of him. And maybe that's why he strangled him off screen. You know, like, that's what I think happened to him. But yeah, this comic book is something else, guys. It's a huge fan favorite of mine. I love DC, as you can see. But yeah, the Joker is probably my most second favorite character in villain history with DC. My personal favorite is Harley Quinn, but Joker is a very close second. His character is really fascinating and terrifying to watch. But yeah, this comic book just really makes you wonder, man, how did it end? You know, like the real ending to this, what really happened. And that's why I love The Killing Joke. Okay guys, that's it for today. I'll see you with a brand new video very soon. Peace out.